Hello friends, so today we gonna discuss this question from leetcode weekly contest 185, problem number 1418, display table of food orders in a restaurant. In this question you are given an array orders which represent the orders from the customers which have done in the restaurant. More specifically, the order vector in each row it represents the customer name, table number and the food item, where customer name is the name of the customer, table number is the table on which the customer is sitting, and the food item is the item with the customer order. You have to return a restaurant's display table, in which the display table is the one in which the row entry denotes how many of each food item in each table has ordered. So as you can see in this example, these are the orders. As you can see, David, which is sitting on table 3, ordered ceviche. Corina on table number 10 ordered beef burrito, and so on. And you have to output a table such that you have to output what are the table numbers, and you have to output on that table number how many orders are there. Okay, so as you can see, there can be multiple orders from same table of different recipes, but in one query or in one input there is only one order from one table. Okay, and now at the final table you have to print such that the dishes are in the, like, the row should be sorted in numerical orders, the row should be sorted in numerical orders, and the columns in this row, the first row, is sorted by an alphabetically order, and this is also sorted the table by table number, and the rest is sorted by like how many dishes they have ordered. Okay, so I have to print out this table. So what our main logic would be, we first made a set. So because we first have to know how many dishes are there, different type of dishes present in these orders. So what we can do is, while traversing this whole order, like whole order matrix, we can see we just push the new, if we encountered any dish, we push it in the set, such that when we push it in the set, the set only consists of one quantity of that dish. So we know at the final how many different type of dish are present. Okay, then also the set sort the dishes by alphabetic order, so we just have to print it out. Now we use a map. So we use a map of maps. The first entry of map is the table number, and the second entry is another map, is also a map, in which the first entry is the food item. So why is this helpful is that for each table we make the map of how many food items it ordered, that table, and how many quantity. So it will be very helpful to extract out the data at last. And finally, when we build the final table, we iterate over the whole map, and for each entry, like for the first entry, we will search. We first made the outlay of the table such that beef is present first, then chevier, and then fried chicken, and then we will search for the first map entry which of the food items are present. If not, we make it 0, and if it's present, we write out the quantity of it beneath that order, and that is how we make the whole table. Okay, so let's move on to the code. So first, what we have to do is, you have to first make a set of strings s, and then we make a map of, because we first have to store table, so int, then map of string, because now we have to store what is the name of the dish, and int, and in which quantity, empty, and then we move over the orders. Okay, now for each order, what we do is we insert first the different dishes, which is orders I.2, and then what we do is we have to first convert, because all of these entries are in string, so we have to convert this string into number. So string to integer is a function we can use directly to convert first the table numbers and then orders of I dot 2. This is the dish, we add 1. So after this, what we can do is we can make a vector for the final solution, vector of strings, and we can name it answer. Now we can also make a vector of A, and this is of also string. So the first entry of this is table, because the first entry is table, and then we have to print out the different dishes. So this is this vector. This vector is for the first row. So we push back table, and then what we do is we iterate over the set for auto I in S, and A dot push. Okay, so after doing this, what we do is we push this whole array in the answer. Okay, now our first row of names is completed. Now we have to iterate over the map for auto I in map. Okay, so first we again make a vector of string to store each row. So we store each row in B, and then we push back B in the final answer array, final answer matrix. So the first entry of B is the table number. As you see, the first entry of B, any row, is the table number and then the quantities. So first we push back in B the table number, and the table number is the map's first entry. So to string, so if we first convert it back to string I dot first. Now what we can do is we iterate over the vector of the map. We have to iterate over this section of the map, this map of maps now. So we have first, this is the table number and these are the different dishes. So we have to iterate over this map now. So map j, so int j equal to 1, j is less than a dot size, because a stores all the dishes name, but the first entry of a is table, as we know. So we have to iterate over from 1 to a dot size, and what we do is we check whether this food item is present or not. So if map of I dot first dot count a of j is greater than 0, so v dot push back to string map of I dot first a of else v dot push back. So if that entry is not present, you have to just push 0. Okay, and after filling this B, what we have to do is we have to push back this in answer. Push back B. Okay, and after completing this, we have to return answer. That's the whole code. Let's try to run it. So it's running fine. Let's submit it. So it's accepted. I hope you understand the logic, how we move over the map, how we use I.first, I.second, and how we search the elements, and if that element is not searched, we push 0 string in the final matrix, and that's how we print out the answer. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts, please mention down in the comment box, and I'll try to rectify it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.